it's Steve Zonard here with Treviso Realty. Actually did this prior to the 4th of July, but we went up north and forgot to post it, so I had to do a new video, which we did last night. So it was a little bit of rainy, and we actually had the helicopter flying around the area, so I couldn't get too much loft in the air, let's call it. So let's head up to Verdana and kind of give you a quick overview. So this is going to be like a rooftop view of the community now. So it's been raining. Obviously, it's rainy season, so we're getting rain every day. The lakes are looking quite nice, to be honest. They're nice and filled and look how nice and lush the grass is right now. It's so beautiful. All right, so we're going to go down to the amenity center, the West Village Amenity Center, and let's take a look at what's happening. That was a nice little red Corvette there. All right, so again, I couldn't get too much height just because of the helicopter. I was actually warned on my drone when I was flying, so I didn't want to obviously interrupt. God forbid we hit a helicopter in the midair. So we kept it very low. So we didn't do a 120 meter, which is like over 300 feet view of the community, but we got a good enough view here. So the thing is with the drone, it loses reception because of all the interference of the houses at a low altitude, because it gets stuck around here, I think. It kind of blows past the amenity. I had to get some height, and let's take a look. Look at this. So that area, what I was wondering, so that's just basically just catching water, I would imagine, from the community here, like a shut off from the area. So all fenced off, all pool equipment's in. It looks like the pool is all done, decking and treed, all really nice. Just they got to obviously do the interior of the pool. They got to put that material. I forgot what they call it, gunite, I would imagine what it's called. So looking quite nice. This is obviously our secondary auxiliary amenity center for the people that don't like to be disturbed. This is going to be a hot spot, let's just say that. But this is good. You got family members coming in. This is down the street for me as well. If they don't want to go to the big pool, they can just walk down 5 minutes and grab it and hang out. So it's pretty cool. These are all going to be sports courts. So it almost looks like they've kind of like traced them out, but not really. So look how nice and filled these lakes are. They're nice and full right now, which is obviously making it look a lot more prettier. Because, I mean, look, the water was probably, let me stop this. The water was probably down to here. We were down probably 3 or 4 feet, sometimes 5 feet. So this was all beach area. So if you see, it's all filled up now. Again, it looks nice now. It looks full. Let's keep it going. We were up north for 10 days for holidays to visit family, and when we got back to the shops at Verdana, we were surprised to see new buildings being just kind of hammered up real quick, which is kind of cool. So look at this. This is our jacuzzi hot tub here. This is obviously going to be mulch and rocks, and obviously I'm sure they're going to plant some more shrubbery in there. I don't know what these piers are. It looks like I don't know what those were. I think those were like some sort of horseshoe or something of that nature. Some other sort of game that's going to be played on here. I forgot what that was. Yeah, this should be ready now this month. It should have already been done. We're, July 17th? So, yeah, I would imagine end of the month it'll be complete. So we're going to make a dash towards the amenity center here. This is obviously that marshy area. All filled up. Last of the scenics. I had this lot. Oh shit, I can't get to it. But it was the last of the partial lake view. We had it. My client slept on it, unfortunately. But that was a good buy. $485,000 for a Marsala backed onto what was a partial lake view. But it was a good deal. Phase 1, I think that was perfect. Now you're looking at Marsalas. We're getting quotes with Lennar in the 5s now, so 510 to 530. So prices are on the rise. We've bought some investment properties. I'm actually looking for more land because I'm going to start building again, restart up our development company because we feel the momentum happening, which is great. That's exciting news. We like to stay busy, friends. Yeah, so we got shut down here. I think there was a helicopter, and it actually just slowed the drone down around this point. Always looks pretty. New day beds, which is nice. We needed those. All right, so let's continue on here, and we are flying over the rooftops. So let's take a look at the new buildings. Again, we got stalled here, lost the reception. Poor drone, getting confused, a little cloudy. He wanted to come home. It's gonna shoot up, I guess, at some point. Yeah, let's keep it going. Yeah, he wanted to come home. So look at this. This is going to be a dentistry office. So that is going to be Heartland Dental. Look at the size of this facility. This is Fifth Third Bank right here, which is great. A bank close to home. Obviously, we had the new restaurant open up, Legno, which is an Italian restaurant. It was supposed to be the New York Pizza and Pasta, but ultimately they've named it Legno, so which it means wood in Italian, if you don't know. But yeah, so Fifth Third Bank on the right here, so this little one, and then this massive dental office here. Smart, clearly. They know the corkscrew is getting built up. We're trying to do a big commercial deal on this road as well. Hopefully we can get that done, and by the end of September, which would be great. But again, any of this land here on Corkscrew is going to be it's a mint. If I had more money, I would buy something and sit on. To be honest, it's up north. You can never get so close to development because the land is so damn expensive. It's like $1 million to $2 million an acre, and here you're spending like 130 grand an acre, which is it's almost like living in the 80s. So again, if you had more money, we would buy something, which would make sense, to be honest. But we are spread because we're investing heavily into the development section. But hopefully we have enough time to buy some land out on the Corkscrew at some point, some acreage. Yeah, phase 2 is looking great. If you kind of see, I couldn't get any further. The bad reception clearly, and the helicopters, a whole bunch of stuff happening with the drone today. But ultimately, yeah, Hinckley. This road here is Hinckley. There's some really nice nice preserve lots back here. We were looking at a Somerville to sell to clients. 680,000 pool spa backed onto some of the only preserves in the community. If you look at it, again, what happens with the land, it gets so expensive now that they're trying to bunch up houses together. So Verdana Village, the way it's spaced out and having the 3-car tandem driveway, you're not going to see this in many areas going forward, to be honest, because they're trying to bunch everything together and get as much land as possible. If you look at River Creek, Timber Creek, all these different communities are very tightly bunched up. So Verdana's the last of it. And if you see phase 2, obviously the lakes and everything kind of shrank compared to phase 1. Not so much preserved like the phase 1, only slightly few. And even here they're building, if you kind of see at this spot here, and around this area, these are houses being built back to back. So there's going to be houses. So if you kind of see this lot line here, this is the rear of these houses, and then they're going to be building houses on this street. If you see the street coming down, they're going to be building. So it's going to be just maybe a 30-foot gap between the houses, which we're not used to in Southwest Florida, based on everything being so beautiful. But again, yeah, land's getting expensive, and they're going to start bunching houses, and you're going to see size of houses getting smaller too. They're going to be a lot more 40-footers rather than now we have these sprawling 62, 66-foot lots now, like especially in the Echelon and the Manor and Estate series through Lennar. But those are going to be a thing of the past. And if you do see them, it's going to be at a very expensive price point going forward. So that's why it's good to capitalize. You know, we have clients flying in from Chicago this week, and you know, we can't get Great Lake lots anymore. There's a few that are going to be released through Lennar, and it's tough. They won't release them. They're not willing to do deals right now because of the sales. They had 18 sales in 8 days just in Verdana Village, and then we bought a shitload of other properties through Lennar, investment properties through clients from up north and from the Northeast and Midwest, and also myself was included in a big bulk buy. We kept buying a bunch of these small investment properties, and we've taken their whole quick move-in list, and there's a pilot right there. But that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, obviously regarding Verdana Village or real estate near and around, please give us a call. We'll be happy to help you guys out. 239-672-0616. Have a great day.